welcome to New Books from Sargent Memorial Library. Our first new book today is a teen book. It's called Rosie Loves Jack by Mel Darbon. Rosie is a 16-year-old girl with Down syndrome. She lives in England, and her boyfriend Jack had brain damage as a baby that makes him have a hard time controlling his temper. So when he loses his temper one too many times, he gets sent away to a special school where he can get extra help and extra therapy. Rosie's dad is very worried that Jack will hurt Rosie someday and decides that she shouldn't see him anymore. But Rosie knows that Jack is what makes her Rosie, and she uses the phrase, "Jack makes the sun shine in my head," which I think is just a beautiful way to describe love. And so Rosie decides to run away from home and all on her own get from her home in the London suburbs all the way to Brighton. Our next book is a middle grade pick. It's called The Wild Huntsboys. It's really cool. It's influenced by World War II history and old ancient tales of fairies in the United Kingdom. So fairies that aren't sweet and pretty and flitting from flower to flower, but fairies who are fae and who might be trickstery and dangerous. What the author, Martin Stewart, has done has taken all of those elements and kind of mixed them up with a dystopian world in which Luca has promised his little sister that he will look after her fairies while she is gone being evacuated from their city because of the war that's going on. Does not keep his promise to leave offerings for the fairies, and now he and a group of new friends have to work to protect his home, not only from angry fairies, but also from other forces of evil. It's a really cool mix of really cool, exciting elements. We have a wonderful, wonderful new graphic novel. It's not quite new, but it is new to the library. It's called The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. Greta is the main character, and she is a goblin who is learning from her mother how to be a blacksmith. And she, in the market one day, rescues a tea dragon, and tea dragons are a special kind of tiny dragon, and they have plants growing out of their heads or horns that all correspond to different kinds of tea, and tea dragon tea is magical. So she returns the tea dragon to his owner, meets a new friend who is very shy at first. It's a very, very sweet comic with some adventure thrown in, and I cannot wait to know which tea dragon is your favorite after you read The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. Our picture book for this week, it's called Jump at the Sun. It's by Alicia D. Williams. Alicia and Jacqueline have made a beautiful, beautiful book about the true life of Zora Neale Hurston, a famous author. And it starts in Zora's childhood in the South, learning the stories of Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox, and follows her making dolls to be the characters in her stories. It follows her through some sad times in her life, to going back to school and college and learning how to be a writer, and finally going back home to collect all of the stories that she loved when she was a little girl, and she wrote them all down and retold them so that we can still enjoy them today. And throughout the story, the sun reminds her to jump up high and try hard, and she'll be able to do things that no one else has done before. And it's a beautiful, inspiring book for kids probably in kindergarten to 3rd or 4th grade. This is one of those great picture books that you can read even as a grown-up and enjoy the fun illustrations and the beautiful lyrical writing, or you can read it as a kid and enjoy learning about someone who saved some very beloved stories for us. And I hope you've enjoyed new books for this week. You can find the names and authors of all of our new books we featured this week in the description of this video. And I hope that you join us again soon to learn about more new books from Sargent Memorial Library.